Hey, what's going on? What's happening? It's your boy AD, and that's all day. I'm in the spot. Good to see y'all. What's up, Awesome Skeleton? What's up? What up, Dre? I see you in the chat. I'm finna do a review. We're gonna do something a little different tonight. It's just gonna be a little review of our opinions, me and Dre, because we just got through watching the movie not too long ago. We started it last night, but we ended it. And I just want to give a review. I might start doing more of these. I know I'm a little late on this movie, but like they always say, better late than never. Also, Skeleton said, I'm doing good. Yeah, Halloween Ends is a suck ass movie, in my opinion. I'm not going to spoil the movie. Well, I will release some spoilers, but no, it's cool. It's cool. You don't have to spoil it yet. And I'm going to definitely be giving our opinions of the movie very soon. And yeah, there will be spoilers. I might need to write that in here too. Yeah, I'm going to write that in. After this is done, I'm going to write spoilers, What's up? What's up, Dre? Hey, I'm ready for this review. Yep. And because I'm finna start doing some more stuff and bringing some more things back. Like I'm finna bring back my music. I'm working on trying to get a new mic. I'm gonna bring back the gaming reviews, so and why not? Let's bring the movie reviews back. I done plenty of those in the past. So let's talk about a new movie around Halloween that just came out. And this is like good timing. It's late. So I did watch it on my stream TV. Yeah, me too. Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills are good in my opinion. Now, I haven't seen 2018 yet. I want to. I ain't gonna lie. I want to watch it now. I tried to watch that one first, but they took it off because they had it on there on Peacock and then they took it off and then put Halloween in. So all right, so just to get into the little theme and the little mood, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play some of the little, I'm gonna play some of the little instrumental just to get into the mood. And then I got my notes ready. I done wrote down. Now I'm not gonna be trying to like go through the whole entire movie and break the whole thing down, but I am gonna tell certain parts, we're gonna tell certain things, and yeah, and certain points, that actually caught my attention. And I'll also give my rating too as well. So let me go ahead and play this and let's get it started. Okay, okay. All right, all right. All right, we in here. We in here. We are in here. What a movie, man. What a movie. Oh Lord. This movie was something else. But not necessarily in a good way to me. And I'm kinda surprised, honestly. I'm kinda surprised. And yeah, MK, I did not finish that episode. I watched like the first 10 minutes of it, so I'll be watching the rest of it probably maybe later tonight, maybe. Cause yeah, I definitely wanted to see Leah Morgan in that episode. Hell yeah, I've been keeping up with season 2 of Chucky. I definitely have, and I find it a little interesting. It's some things I'm like, but it's some things I do like, and I
Yeah.
got that episode of Chucky. We ain't finished it yet.
Oh yeah. Same here. It started off like, what's going on? But yeah, we're getting into it. We're getting into it.
Yeah. Also, Skeleton said it's Halloween ends. It's pretty much Friday the 13th, part 5, where they have two imposters of two horror slashers to kill them, but not the real one. Both ends in part 5 are suck ass movies anyway. Yeah, like what was going on with the killings and who was actually doing the killings was pretty wild. And we're gonna get
Yes.
into this. So, how you doing, Dre? So we can get this started up. How you doing?
Hold up. I am doing good. I am ready to review this because I am a big Halloween fan. I done
Mm-hmm.
seen I pretty much seen them all. I would say I seen them all. I might not remember like every piece of every one, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe I seen some of certain ones. Maybe not the whole movie, but I seen them all. So I'm a big Halloween fan. So when it came to this, I had to see it. Oh no, I haven't seen them all. I didn't see Halloween Kills. I was looking all over the place for it before watching this one, but I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. So I have not seen Halloween Kills, and I have not seen Halloween 2018. But I seen, clips, I guess. So I have a touch of what's going on.
Okay,
Yeah,
and yeah, I did see that MK. I seen Glenda. Yep, Glenn and Glenda. I
Glennon.
seen them
Oh
go back.
yeah, that was a
Yeah,
twist right there.
that's
That
pretty
was a
much.
whole twist.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten into the part like, but because that's how the episode began, right? It was pretty much with them. So we got to get past that part, MK, and we'll let you know what we think. Now with me, I like Halloween too. I like Michael Myers. I've seen a
Mhm.
good amount of them. I haven't seen every last one, but I've seen the good
Right.
one. And if I haven't seen it, I probably at least watch a review of it.
Seen
So I
something.
so I do have some knowledge, you know, but I haven't seen Halloween Kills yet. I wanted to watch that before this one,
Me
but I
too.
didn't. So you're gonna get my take from not seeing Halloween Kills yet, but it's okay because we'll go back and
Same
go.
here. Mhm. That was hard to find. I was really looking all over the place for Halloween Kills because I want to see that so I know what's going on, but
All right,
they
let's
didn't have it.
All right, here go my first note, man. My first note was the first kill was a kid with weird CGI.
Yeah, that movie started off already weird. Go ahead, you can tell yours. Tell yours.
Like in the beginning, like like I found that to be a little weird. Oh, now you're in this big ass stupid mansion.
Mhm.
Nobody cares about nothing else except how tall the steps are. Y'all put no type of work into the characters and maybe build them up a little bit. Nah, let's just show this boy falling off a 3-story fucking stair house and then dying
Right?
with weird ass CGI too. When the boy went down,
Mhm.
it looked weird as hell. And it was like, man, and then again, like, why would you start a movie like that? You just started just killing this little boy from a fall, and the fall happened by accident. Remember,
It was accident.
and the one who killed them was somebody we're going to talk a lot about very soon, because
It
the movie
yeah.
started off with him accidentally killing people.
Yeah, and that's the take I get because already it's Michael Myers. Now, when he does his hunting, it's in Illinois, and the houses are not mansions. You know what I mean? They're like normal big houses, but they're
Mm-hmm,
not mansions. So already I was thrown off because this is not really normal when it comes to Michael Myers settings and the
mm-hmm.
houses that he go to. So this big old mansion, first of all, we haven't even seen him. This big old mansion. All you see is stairs. You don't even see the big house. You just see the front of the house, and you see a big stairway. And I feel
Hmm.
like that was set up for the death scene that happened. But they could have minted it in a little bit better. Just not just boom. You see a big spiral stairway. And that was the only reason for that stairway, was for that
And
scene.
so quick into the movie for a young child to die. Mysteriously concept. I
Yeah.
like Halloween ends as a standalone story, but as an ending to the chapter, I felt too separated from the other two movies. I feel you on that. Extreme fishing, well, Ryan, Extreme Fishing
They didn't
Sports said
do
Halloween ends is dog shit. So you seen it too, Ryan?
it
You seen
seemed
it too?
it seemed like they tried to put two movies into one. We're gonna get more into it, but after seeing it, honestly, it seemed like you guys tried to put two movies into one and did too much.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I
Okay,
said
so there
it's
go that first scene.
I said it seems a bit boring. Again, these are just my notes through watching the movie. I said it seems a bit boring and basic in the beginning. That's how I
Yeah.
felt, man. I felt like it wasn't really a good start or build to what was going on, and it was too much about that new killer guy, that new guy,
Mhm.
the guy who killed the boy by accident.
Yeah.
And he wasn't really interesting or like really like a big threat or a deal. So it started off boring, man, and it started off really slow too.
Yeah. And they had that whole beginning before the beginning, you know? It
Yeah,
started off with the whole killing and then it went but the thing is usually when movies do that, the beginning before the beginning, it don't be the whole story of the movie. That'd be like a whole nother thing. That's why it happens like that. But with that, it's like they drug that character through the whole movie. And we'll get to it. So
and that's
it was
sad.
one of those beginning before the beginning. Now it's Halloween 4 and it's still him with the new family. And that was also it's like they did not explain characters that well at all.
And
What you think?
MK said it kind of reminded me of COVID with how off everything felt and how different things are. Yeah, that movie felt different. Halloween
Yeah, it was a whole different type of energy.
and I
It was
felt
whole
like
different.
they were mixing like too much with the like too much new like trendy type of stuff mixed with the Halloween ends theme.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I wrote these characters are boring. It's like okay. I say it's like okay just to kill them. That's how I felt. Like watching these new characters build and progress, I didn't feel anything. They
They
felt
didn't give
lifeless.
much.
They felt soulless. And honestly, I didn't
Yeah.
care if you killed them. That's how I felt. I'm like, okay, just kill them. Like
Yeah.
they never made me feel like, oh, I wanted to see these people live. Oh, I wanted to see them survive. I never got
I
that at
mean,
all.
yeah, we're gonna get to that because I guess when it comes to the surviving part, we gotta wait to the end. But yeah, they did not give us good depth for characters, and that's the thing. It don't have to be already, the movie just began. We know he's not just finna be out here doing all this, even though he
It
could
was.
be. But they didn't give us at the beginning of the movie. That should be your time to build the character, and that's not what they did. They didn't take their time to build characters. Instead, they just threw in random events with the people that we seen on screen. They didn't really build character so
I
we
felt
can
like
be
they
connected
killed
with them.
Corey. He said that he felt more seriously kind of said he felt like they killed off Corey and Michael too easy. I agree. I do feel like both of it, especially when Corey died, it was just ridiculous, honestly. And yeah,
Mhm.
the Michael killing wasn't that, but we're gonna get to that soon. They wanted to make it like Halloween 3, even with the title card. I was thinking that as well. I was thinking that same
Mhm.
thing,
To
MK, because
connect the evil energy.
and they wasn't really showing Michael like that. Just like in Halloween 3, he wasn't really in it.
Mhm.
And this one kind of was the same way. It took a long
Yeah.
time. I wrote Jamie Lee is kind of interesting though in the movie. I did write that, but she's older but acting young and trendy. Like the movie, like she's an older woman, but I noticed that like they kept trying to make her play those young trendy roles instead of being more focused on what she got going on with Michael. I kind of felt like that. It took a lot of time up in the movie.
Mhm. It did. She spent way too much time fighting with the daughter. Again, they did not give us good. if they did give us good detail on the family going on around Laurie, maybe I missed it in Halloween Kills because I didn't get good intel. Like I don't know. I'm guessing it's her daughter, and they was just too busy clashing. And then the thing with the guy, the new guy who was trying to replace Michael, because that's what it was. It was a new guy trying to replace Michael, dating
Mm-hmm.
Laurie's dating Laurie's daughter. I'm just gonna say that was her daughter.
Yep. And I wrote the new times aren't mixing too well. I had to write that down. Like I said earlier, I felt like they were making it a little. I mean, I understand now, like because it wasn't really Michael, but at the same time, it just wasn't mixing. And then to just throw what you did at the end and then make it seem like okay, that's the excuse for all of this goofy, crazy stuff that was going on during the movie.
Hmm.
Yeah, the new times was not mixing too well.
Yeah, because it was points that was not making sense. It was points that was not making sense in that movie. It was a couple of points. It was the point where, okay, now we have the new killer going on, and then he get attacked by someone because this is spoilers. Spoilers. He get attacked by basically a bum, and actually he had the knife, and he took it and stabbed him. It's like now you're a killer, but your first kill was an accident, and this one was basically, I guess, self defense. But then he just like snapped right there.
Yeah,
It
this dude.
didn't really make any sense. And then it turned him after that. That's when he turned into the killer copycat that he was. But it
And
just didn't. It didn't make sense.
he was getting bullied too, so they tried to use that as an excuse, him being a killer because he was getting bullied. Ooh,
And
wow,
I see how they try to do that. But it didn't make any sense because he came after the bullies, but then yet again he started coming at other people that wasn't bullying him. So it's like what
yeah,
it didn't make sense with that. That's why I'm like they tried to throw us two movies in one.
I
Cause
see you.
then he like mysteriously said we're gonna get to that part. Let me wait. Because we gotta get to that part.
Oh yeah, I definitely got some more notes. Definitely,
Okay, so
Alice
now
is
what's
Laura's granddaughter who appears in H40 trilogy. I'm just going to give you correction. So that's the granddaughter.
oh, that's what I was thinking. Daughter or granddaughter. So that's the granddaughter.
Okay, so that's the granddaughter, Allison.
Okay. Okay.
It,
Thank
and
you. I
they
was
said,
wondering.
and he got possessed by the evil when he went into the sewer. Yeah, I remember that
Mm.
part when he was in the sewer, and I was like, "What the hell?" But let me get more to it. I said, "Oh, so she's dating now at the store?" Like, come on, like here they go throwing more trends into the movie. Oh, so she's dating now. Like all this time wasted. Got old men hollering at her at the supermarket. I said making this guy look creepy, and I ain't like that either. Like here y'all go throwing this shit in here too. Had to make the dude that was trying to talk to her purposely look creepy and shit. Shouldn't we be focused on something else? Like
It
I
was
don't know,
so much other
Michael
things
Myers
going
maybe.
on. Mm.
Okay, I said 30 minutes in and still no Michael. We were 30 minutes into the movie and Michael Myers was not shown yet. But I said, but the
Yeah.
new one is getting created. I guess. And I had to write, I guess, because it just wasn't that great of a new creation. Like this is how I felt when I was seeing it. So we don't see the real Michael, but the new one. Oh, but now we got to deal with this new lame old whack dude being Michael. It was just so weird.
Yeah.
This dude playing Michael, I swear he ruined the whole movie. I promise it. That's how I really felt. Like y'all
That's
put too
why I
much
say they made it
focus
into like
on
two to
him.
one. They made it into to like 2-1 because the whole time it was him doing the killing. So when I found out it was him doing the killing, I was disappointed. I'm already disappointed at this point. So when I found out, not only am I disappointed, but it was you who just came back because I felt like it was weird anyway. How the certain movements and the certain things that Michael Myers was doing. Again, we've been watching him for years, so your kills are not really making sense.
Yeah,
And
it
come
was
find
like,
out, it's the new Michael. It's the new Michael making the kills.
come on
That's
now.
why it wasn't really making sense because we already know Michael's storyline. I don't have to say it. Anybody who watched Halloween knows what he's doing and knows what he's trying to get to.
Yeah, and that's
That
how I
wasn't
really felt.
happening.
And there's some other things I felt too, but we finna get into it. I said the acting and the actors are just not that great. I'm sitting here
Mhm.
watching, and the acting just sucks. I'm not really into this. It was nothing about them that made me feel like, I'm telling you, the acting was so just slow paced, goofy,
Yeah,
not really much
and
effort, little lame jump scares. That's
I
another
think it
thing.
was the I think it was the actors in the story they was playing. Like all of it, it was dumb. The acting was dumb and the story was dumb. That's
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
was
thinking.
pretty bad. Halloween's.
Come on.
This one is definitely up there. Halloween is wasting our time to watch when Michael didn't do some killings and he wouldn't show up until the final part of the movie. Right? It's like all of that. They wanted you to think it was him, but it was still like weird
It
the
wasn't
whole
even
time.
him.
But we
And
gonna
then
get.
when we gonna get to that, we're not there yet. But I'm gonna talk about the bullies, right? Let's talk about the bullies. So with the main character, apparently the main character in this one is the new Michael. So we done seen him accidentally kill his little brother. Now we done talked about it. So he accidentally killed his little brother, which was already off the wall. And then he killed the bum.
Hmm.
I don't remember either that was before or after the sewer. But either way it happened. And then after that he just was loose off the wheels, right? So then
Yeah.
he had the bullies. He had the bullies, but mind you, at the beginning of the movie, the little boy said, Michael Myers don't kill little kids. He killed 21-year-old babysitters. So you mean tell me he 21? Who are these bullies? Are y'all in high school? What's going on with that?
I think and seriously kind because he said, "Did you see the new Jeepers Creepers movie?" I think Dre's seeing that,
I
but
seen it.
I haven't seen it, but let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving though. And
I
True
seen
Shirt, what's
that.
up, True? He said Michael in the back getting groovy in the background. Yeah, Michael is killing it, killing it, killing it, killing it,
He
literally.
getting it. When you was playing that with the Michael Myers beat going, that was funny. That was
I'm gonna
pretty
have to
funny.
go back and look at that. Okay, I said bully. Now
What you see?
I'm talking about the new Michael. I said bully didn't toss but still suck. Right, they bullied him and then they tossed him and it was lame as hell when they threw him off that
But
little bridge. The bullies.
that's what I'm saying. He was supposed to be 21
Like,
though.
why can't
So
he be? I think I said, why can't he
who
be
are
mad?
these bullies? Who are these bullies? Are you in high school? You're 21. I'm not understanding that part. He was supposed to be 21.
Yeah.
So why are they acting like he had like high school bullies? That's a big
Nah,
flaw right there.
that's how you know he had problems too. And then
What's up with that?
I wrote the first Michael kill was unnecessary BS. I said it was a stupid bum to kill,
Mm-hmm.
a stupid bum kill to promote him. And I also wrote that the music does not help. Like they tried to play that music to try to help the kill, right? Like when he first got the bum kill off, here they go playing all the music, trying to make it really look like Michael, but the whole killing itself was just dumb and oh wow, oh look at me, I killed the bum. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so hardcore.
Cause that's when it seemed like he turned crazy, right? After that whole
The bum killing, and that was
yeah.
like the first real kill. The bum kill.
Yeah.
The
Cause
boy
the first one was
falling.
an accident.
Right, the first one was an accident. Yeah.
I just really feel like that part wasn't even needed. You guys,
It,
especially
it,
having to be a pre-beginning, that pre-beginning wasn't even needed.
yeah.
It wasn't really needed.
Also, Skeleton said Halloween ends feels like a thriller film instead of being a slasher horror film. Yeah, it said they need to do a little bit more. I agree. Ben Kruger Garcia, what's up? Is this Garcia? What's up, man? I ain't talked to you in a minute. He said no
Well,
screaming while the bus is in motion. I'm trying to think what part was that. All right, bus was in motion, no screaming.
that sounded like Freddy Krueger when he was driving that bus. Oh, I know Nightmare on Elm Street when he was riding that bus with all the kids on it and he was acting crazy. I don't know who Nightmare it was, but he had took over the school bus
Damn. Well,
and
then.
it was scary as ever.
Okay, so I wrote more and more lame scares with the new guy. So they just continue to do lame scares with him.
Yeah.
And then at one part, I wrote, "Kiss me, I'm a killer." LOL. It must have been with that one girl. I should have wrote a little more detail. I think that's when he kissed that one girl and he thought he was a badass. You know that girl who he started focusing the shit about.
Oh yeah.
And I was just in my head thinking that he's like, "Yeah, kiss me, I'm a killer." And it was
Mm-hmm.
totally about her liking this killer. Something else they've been promoting lately. I said
Yeah.
I said I was not expecting an old woman beef. Is this a scary movie or more hatred for kills? Like, cause all of a sudden, right then, now all of a sudden, what's her name, Jamie Lee, just start having beefs right with
That's
a girl.
when. Oh yeah, that's when
All
she
these
started
beefs.
fighting
I'm
with this
like, what
girl.
is this really about? Is this about beefs or
And she
come
was acting stupid. Obviously, you should be listening to Jamie Lynn. She's know what's going on. You don't think she know a killer when she see one?
on? Right?
And
She
she
been
wasn't listening. She was in the house fighting with her. So that was pretty weird too. Like you're arguing with her, like she haven't. You know the story. That's what I don't understand. Sometimes in scary movies, when they act like they know it, but then they act like they don't. Like, you
yeah.
should know that she survived 40 years of Michael Myers. So if she telling you somebody is crazy, why are you acting stupid? Why are you fighting it?
Damn, I wrote, how often does a killer run after being pounded? Now, who fought him, right? And then he ran off. It was a part where he ran off after being fought. And that's what the part that's supposed to get you in the movie, because you think it's Michael, but it's not Michael, and you got to connect the dots, and that's one of the dots. I like how the fuck he run off, and I don't care if it ain't Michael. Why would you
Oh
care?
yeah.
Like he got beat up, something happened to him, and then he ran off like a little punk. I'm like, since when Michael
Mhm.
runs? It's just dumb. You still want to play it, but I don't care. You're making Michael look weak. You spent all
Mhm.
that time to play a weak ass Michael. That's what you really did. It's like
Yes.
you kind of water down him, and then you got constantly got these chicks fighting him and acting like they can get. We're gonna get to this. I said what? I said now they're working together. Whoopee, still no good
Oh,
kill. Because there was a part where it was like they were working together and he was messing with him, but I was like, I don't care.
right. And that part was confusing too. Sometimes it be those parts that just do not make sense.
The
That
kills
was one
still
of them.
weren't good. Hey, what's up? What's up? Hi, everyone. Yeah, the kills were not good though. It's like most of
Hello.
the kills in this movie
Mm-mm.
suck. It was only a few of them that were interesting. A lot of them were just too predictable or too goofy.
Mhm.
Um, I said Michael Eyes, what eyes and something with his eyes. I wrote. I was writing kind of fast. I see.
Something with. I wonder what part that was on.
I said Michael Eyes and Carrie or something. I was like, okay, something goofy with Michael's eyes happened, and then
Well,
it was
that's what they definitely was on.
probably the way he was looking. Probably, and maybe
It
that's how
probably
you
wasn't
know.
him. Was it him or was it the other one? It probably was the other one. Cause I feel like that's what they did. They had him acting like he was Michael for so long until we seen the real one. Even though we did see the real one for a
Mhm.
moment, but a lot of that was him until the
You right, Austin Skeleton. He said, honestly, the granddaughter in Halloween Ends is terrible. She literally fell in love with this nerdy guy who,
end.
who is Michael wannabe, and he's too stupid to realize that this guy's
Yep, and that's why she was fighting Lori. That's why we like Lori. Why would you fight Lori when it's first of all it's Halloween night and she's trying to tell you something?
hmm
Are you dumb or what?
So I wrote, what happened to Dr. Mathis? Because that part was funny. What happened to Dr. Mathis? I was like, he did. But his arm
Hmm.
getting caught was funny. Yeah, Dr. Mathis tried to run, but when Michael arm got caught in that gate, it was funny, but because it's the fluky Michael, man. This is what you call the fluky Michael show. I
Hmm.
said the girl dying was the best part, was the best kill so far at this point and unexpected. But the main guy still lame. And he's still lame. Like the whole time, all of this killing was going on. You got this lame, nerdy dude representing it. And yeah, when he stabbed old girl up on the door, that was decent. But it's still corny at the end of the day because of what was going on and what was happening. And then I wrote barely any Jamie Lynn moments. Barely any. Like y'all promoted Jamie Lynn a little bit too much for her to not really be in this movie that much. And it was a lot of dumbass stereotypes going on too in the movie, which was irritating me. It's like all this new goofy shit. What's up? What's up? What this person gonna have to go get time down. Ain't nobody doing that up in here, man. We gonna nobody's doing that. Hold on one second, y'all. Cause I don't know who this is coming in. Look, we in here talking about a movie. Talking about a movie. And
Oh
then
yeah, so they barely had Jamie Lynn in it. They had her in little spots, but it wasn't about her.
that's
That's
her.
why I keep saying it's like two movies. Because it seems like we're almost at the end. Because that's when we get to the what was going on with the end.
Yeah.
When we get to the end, but we have to talk about everything that led up to the end. Everything that done led up to the end was that the imposter
Yeah, and
and
then
the
I wrote
girl who was her
no, go ahead.
granddaughter.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, and the girl who was his granddaughter. I mean, her granddaughter. That's ridiculous. So you have the granddaughter in love with a Michael imposter who she been fighting forever. The
Right.
story is ridiculous. I don't know why they reached so far with this,
Mm-hmm.
but they reached really far with this.
Reaching too far. They should just did gave us what we really wanted. I said all over a woman. So fucking stupid. Cause that shit made me mad. Now here it go. He's riding on the motorcycle. He think he's so cool. Oh, I'm a killer. Oh, I'm a killer. I got this girl with me, and I don't know why the hell she would like him in the first place. But I found that to be dumb. And I said I wish we had more with others. Like I do. Like I wish they would have just gave us some better bills. It was just too much goofy stuff happening too fast that didn't make any sense and wasn't proper. Like
Hmm.
it wasn't. I mean, I'm sitting here watching this, and I'm like, man, I'd rather watch Chucky. Like I'm not even lying to y'all. I was sitting here watching this movie. I'm like, Joe, I'd rather watch
Yeah.
Chucky, man.
So far, it was a letdown because I'm like, come on. That's why I really want to see Halloween
Season two,
Kills
because we've
to
been
see what
watching
happened.
season two. I
Hmm.
said that girl who got hit was too slow. LOL. Because you know a lot of stuff. Again, we're not going through the whole entire movie. Just calling out certain parts. Yeah, when the bullies was pushing his bike down and like, oh, let's get him.
Hmm.
These lame ass white ass bullies. That's why I didn't care about them dying. But yeah, then the one girl got ran over on the gate in the car, and I was finding that weird. And I'm like, since when Michael drive? I'm like, this shit weird as hell. Now he's driving now, and he ran her over on the gate. I'm like, damn, that girl was too slow. Damn, you know damn well you supposed to hop on that gate, keep going. What you looking for? Like that's why your ass got ran over. You see this man coming in this car, and why a big ass gate there any damn ways? But yeah, that
Hmm.
girl was too slow. And then Michael driving the car, but we know why Michael was driving the car now.
Yeah, we got to see that after that scene. All the bullies pretty much got what they was fighting for. And come to find out, we're gonna see who actually did it. Was it Michael or was it the fake Michael? And the way fake Michael was moving, you would think it was fake Michael, but you
Right,
don't know. You don't know until you see what happened
because it
next.
was so slow. The first hour and about 15 minutes was so slow and not really telling you anything. And then once it got to the part with the bullies, then that's
Hmm.
when they start speeding up the kills and just start showing Michael just
It all happened at once.
randomly caring about dumb shit, just like the radio scene. So dude was talking shit about him on the radio, and now Michael pulls up on you and kills everyone. And like, what type of this is what? Like,
Hmm.
come on
It
now,
was taking it away from the real Halloween story.
it's
It was
getting too
totally
crazy.
taking it away. Like if you're gonna do the Halloween and say it and say in at that, all that was taken away from the real Halloween story. That's why it's like if you know Halloween, you would be like, what are they doing? What is
Mm-hmm.
Michael doing? Because this is not what Michael do. He's not gonna go fight people who's talking mess on the radio. He is busy.
Yeah, and you can't
He is
show Michael in
busy.
between it like that. I know they wanted to send us off a little bit, but it was still whack. And then when you find out, it's like, oh, okay, but all right, it's still a waste of time.
And how did he get Michael masked? Because that's how the imposter was doing it. Was it in the tunnel? Because I'm like, how in the world did he get Michael masked?
I
You know
think
he
he
don't play
did
with
get it.
that.
I think he did get it when he was in that tunnel. Um, yeah, I wrote that. I said since when, right? I said since when does he care about this shit? And because that was just so weird to me. Oh, I care about you talking shit about me on the radio.
Hmm.
Let
Oh,
me come in and kill this woman. and slice this man's tongue out
Mhm.
and put him on a record player with his tongue spinning on the record. I'm so mad. I'm so mad at you about you talking shit about me on the radio, right? On the
Mhm.
radio, wow. And then I wrote no real bill in stopping Michael. And that was starting to irritate me too. And then I was like, oh, look, the bullies are being taken out like we care. Like, I did not give no hell. Yeah, some of the kills on the bullies was gruesome. Those was probably
Yeah,
some of the most gruesome kills
that
was on.
was a lot going on.
But I didn't really care though. It was like, all right, wow. And we know it's just this lame ass deranged dude doing it now. Like even when you find out it is him, now you look back and be like, okay, this dude is stupid. This dude ain't
You
shit.
feel like you got played. I
If
feel like I
anything,
got played.
y'all could have killed him. If anything.
Mhm.
But what you was gonna say, he got
So yeah,
played.
I feel like you got played by most of the movie because it's him. It's like I didn't watch this to see your story. I'm looking for Michael Myers. I'm thinking that's why they said it was kind of like three because it was like a different story within Michael. Because it should be about Michael and what's going on. And
Hmm.
apparently, we done seen it so many times that they just threw in two in one. Apparently,
Yeah, I agree. They put too much in one movie that really didn't need all that, and they made you focus too much on a wannabe that wasn't
right? Most of the movie was about what he was doing. It
that
even started
was,
off with him.
and then tried to make you think that what he was doing was better than something that Michael did. And then they made you sit there and wait till the very end before you finally seen what Michael did. Like, come on.
So then we enter the ending where the imposter literally goes and tried to kill Lori.
Hold on,
You're
wait. Hold on. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that soon. Because again, I'm gonna say this again. There was no real bill in stopping
mm-mm,
Michael, and that's
not at
something
all.
else I did not like in this movie. I loved in the other movies where they had a better build as someone to
Mm-hmm.
take Michael down. In this movie, man, you damn near knew nobody could do shit except Jamie Lee, who again
Mm-hmm.
was barely in the movie and highly distracted and
Extremely. Hold on, I'll be
until the
right back.
very end. All right. And then I wrote, now she wants to kill herself, but it was a trick, but wasn't Michael. Right. Now she wants to kill herself. So this is when it gets into the juicy part, to the ending. Because she was in the room and all of a sudden she took out this little bitty gun. And I'm like, what? I'm talking about Jamie Lee. And I'm like, what the hell is she going to do with this little ass gun? And then she points the gun at herself. And I'm like, get out of here. She really ain't finna kill herself. And then she looked like she was finna pull the trigger. And then that's when the fake Michael, but again, you might not know at this point, that's when the fake Michael busts in the door. And then she hurry up and turns the gun on him and shoots him. She shoots him like 3 times. And at this point, I'm like, damn, how the fuck he go down so easily? I'm like, how the fuck did he drop like that? She bow, 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 bow. I'm like, okay. And then she was like, oh, I know what you didn't think I know you were following me. You didn't think you know that you were chasing me. And then he took the mask off. She took the mask off so we could see who it is. And then that's when we find out it's the fake Michael, the dude who the whole fucking movie been about, basically. And then that's when he get to. So basically, he wanted to kill her just like the old Michael and act like he's better. If anything, it was almost trying to like act like he was better. Like the real Michael couldn't even kill her. So what the fuck makes you think that you could kill her? And then you seen what happened to him. He came in the door and he got shot up. So yeah. Now what happens next is really, really goofy to me and just like what the fuck. Hold on, I'm gonna try to wait a little second for Dre to come back because we getting to the end now. We getting to the end, the nitty gritty, where it's actually comes to the real Michael. Austin Skellington said, yeah, this movie should focus on Michael instead of this whiny, nerdy, weak-ass motherfucker who wants to be like Michael Myers 2.0. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. And I agree. Like, I think I would have found it a little more interesting that the new killer was actually somebody. Like, you know, make him like a real threat or something. If you want to make a new Michael, please do a good job at giving us one. You gave us one of the most weirdest of the weird, lamest, just not funny, not interesting guys. And then you made all the imitation kills like weird. right? Like most of those imitation kills were kind of weird. And it makes sense because of who it was, but who wants to really watch that though? That's just the thing. Like, we want to see some more like shocking shit that'll have us like in the edge of our chair. Like, I wasn't really scared during this movie. It was just so much stuff that was just pissing me off. I couldn't really be scared at all. But okay, I'll read a little bit more. I was like, yep, it's the fake Michael. So he did all the kills, right? So, oh, he did all the kills. Okay. Now she set up, right, Chucky vibes. So after she confronted him, he ended up taking out a knife, a big knife, and stabbing himself. Spoilers. I'm gonna write this when I repost this, so just to let people know we got spoilers. But he ended up stabbing himself in the neck, and I found that to be ridiculous because I'm like, okay, so you went all these crazy, stupid ass kills, you did all this, and now you're gonna kill yourself and stab yourself in the neck to frame her. I mean, that's pretty much what happened. He stabbed himself in the neck, and something else I didn't understand either. Like, man, you already got shot 3 times. How the fuck are you
Mm-hmm.
able to stab yourself in the neck
In
after
the
that?
neck, how are you still alive? They had to combine him and the real Michael real quick. He should not still have been alive.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Uh-uh.
That
No,
did
not
give
at
me
all.
that did give me some Chucky vibes because Chucky
It gave
does
me
do that
Chucky
a lot.
vibes. It was a setup moment. It was a setup. Make it look like you the killer. Totally Chucky vibes. And I
Mm,
felt Chucky vibes at the beginning. That was Chucky vibes. Big, big old house, stairway. That was totally Chucky. So I'm like, this is
true.
not Michael
That was some
Myers. This is
Chucky
Chucky
vibe.
vibe. Hmm.
Well,
So now we done made it to the part where they're fighting in the kitchen.
no. So after that happened, the real Michael finally shows up and comes out to finally get his revenge against Jamie Lee. But he runs into the fake Michael on the way. The fake Michael because he tried to pick up the knife that was on the ground. Michael, the real Michael.
Right.
The fake Michael struggles with him and fights him to grab the knife. And this was weird. Like, come on, you've been shot. You're not Michael Myers, dude. You've been shot. You stabbed your own self with a very large knife in your neck. And now, somehow, somewhere, you're still fighting Michael himself and struggling with Michael himself over a knife. So Michael just ended up snapping his neck real quick. So that was just like a little cheap little petty kill over a dude you spent the whole movie on.
Hmm. After all of that.
You spent the whole movie on this guy, and at the end it just turned out to be a little cheap little petty little kill. Nothing
Hmm.
really interesting.
And that's when they put the whole focus on Michael. At the end, what is it about 20 minutes left? That's when they put the whole focus on Michael.
Yeah. And that's the only part where it felt serious. The end was
Yes,
the part where, okay, it's serious now. But it was still like not that dramatic. But let's get
it
into it.
wasn't. And that's why I say it wasn't that scary to me either, because usually that's what gets you. If it's not the stalking, the pop-ups, it's the fight scene, and you don't know. The fight scene usually go on so long, you don't know where he's gonna get her. You don't know, because usually they like run away and get a spot, and boom, they'll pop up, something like that.
Mm,
Nope, it was just boom. There you go. Michael versus Laurie in that kitchen.
nah,
It wasn't really no scariness to it. You just watching it like a fight, seeing who's gonna win at this
they
point.
did. I did write that too. I was like, yeah, they would fight in the kitchen too. And also,
Yes.
I also wrote that he killed his biggest fan when he killed the
Oh
fake
yeah.
Michael. He
That
basically
was
killed his biggest fan.
and again, like you said, like we was talking about, why are you trying to kill Lori? Michael couldn't even do it. The real Michael. He's been trying to do it for 40 years. Did you
Mm,
think you were just gonna creep up on her and kill her all of a sudden? And let's not forget, she actually helped him at the beginning of this movie.
yeah,
So,
I mean, this dude was a total reject, man. He was a reject.
mm-hmm.
I said, uh-oh. I was like, all right. I said, uh-oh, last scene fight. I'm like,
Yep, the
okay.
last scene. I mean, we are into it because it's Michael versus her again. So we definitely
Right.
watching to see what's gonna happen. But it wasn't really scary. because again, we're watching it like a fight. We're not watching it like scared. It's just like a fighting scene at this point.
I was into it. I was into
Yeah,
this thing.
totally into it.
But yeah, where we are watching it more like a fight than actually watching something that might scare you. And never not one time did I feel like she was gonna lose, or
Mm-mm.
I never felt that not one time. And the fight itself was just too cliche. In the kitchen, somehow she could still overpower you. Not really that good. Yeah, now it didn't really make much sense, the last final fight. And she basically did Michael like how Michael would do other people. It doesn't make any much sense to me how Michael can do all this to other people, but with her, she's just like Superwoman. I don't know. I don't really understand that too much. And again, being in the kitchen didn't help either. I felt like they could have been in a better setting. But one thing that did make me laugh is that when they were fighting, he sure did try to make sure he can keep that mask on though. Like through that whole brawl, he was like, "Oh shit, I gotta make sure this mask on." Like, "Oh, you would make sure that mask on before you worry about killing somebody, huh?"
Right, he
That
pulled
was
it back down with the quickness. Yes, he did. You're not taking his mask off. He don't want that.
like during the fight, he was like, "Oh, let me pull this mask down, bitch." I'm like, "Okay, this is hilarious." Um, They had to have a whole fight in the kitchen, lol. And pretty much it was just a lot of stabbing. She stabbed him to the kitchen by his foot. Then she stabbed his hands up so he couldn't move. Then she came in, slit his throat. Then she slit his wrist, right? And then I can't remember if she slit the wrist first, but then he got up because you know it's Michael, so it's like, oh Lord.
Right now, no. Oh, okay. So first, it all started when she stabbed his foot.
Uh-huh.
Then she stabbed the two hands down, and then she cut his throat. Oh no, 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 no! Before she cut his throat, then she stabbed him in the heart. When she did that, she stabbed him
Mm-hmm.
in the heart, and that's when he
Right,
got
right,
back
right,
up.
right. She stabbed him in the heart too, right? I forgot about
And
that.
then yeah, then she stabbed the other hand down. Then that's when she started going crazy and stabbed his throat and stabbed his wrist. Now we understand we're trying to make sure he's dead, but I felt like it was just for the gory of it. Because
Right.
honestly, if you want to get right to the point, y'all could have just cut his head off right then and there. But
Yeah, that's
instead, it
true.
was dragged on. Yeah, it was dragged on so much from that point, wasn't
Yeah.
it, or was it not? Because
Now,
they
now
could
it was
have.
very drag, and then he got up and he tried to kill her. Remember, he grabbed her by the throat and he was finna kill her. It was blood
Oh
everywhere.
yeah.
I was like, God damn, this a
Oh
bloody.
right, when he choked her.
And then he was finna kill her, and then that's when the granddaughter came in and saved her, even though they were fighting. So that was like the surprise moment, right? Because they were fighting, and remember, she thought that he killed her boyfriend, the fake
Mhm.
Michael. So, but after all of that, she still came in and saved her. So that's what happened.
Mhm.
The granddaughter came in, saved Jamie Lee, and then they ended up slicing throats and wrists and
And it's also
all that.
like Jamie Lee. At that point, Jamie Lee was Jamie. She was finally like kind of giving in. It's like after all this fighting, they try to act like she was kind of giving in because when he started to choke her with that one loose hand,
Yeah,
and she got
yeah.
all this stuff, she could have easily beaten that hand off, and she was just like, do it.
Acting like
If
she
you want
wanted
to
to
do
take
it, then
yeah.
do it.
You know what? At that point, I was
Yeah.
starting to think because the movie is called Halloween Ends. So at that
Mhm.
point, when I was seeing that go on, I was thinking like maybe they'll both die. Like
Yeah.
maybe like somehow maybe all of them will die or something. But that's not what happened though. That is
And
not
that's when the granddaughter came in because it does. It seemed like she just was like, I'm done at this point. You're dying. You're choking me. Choke. Because she could have got his hand off, but didn't. And that's when the granddaughter came. Oh, she could at least try. She didn't try. She's just like, we'll do it.
Yep. So after that, they end up tying him up because he was. They act like he was pretty much dead at that point because he got all his vital fucking veins slit. So because he slit his throat and everything, didn't cut his head off though, like the older movie though. Like you said, the older movie,
I mean, that's
I
right
feel
to the
like
point.
that was a little better. Honestly, I like the older one in the like late '90s, 2000s, where the girl cut his head off. I like that a little bit better. But
Cut the head off.
yeah, and
You remember we said that. Now, if you see him come back after having his head cut off, then you know this is just some unkillable demon. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
especially if he's holding the head, like okay,
All right, he come back with a new fucking head. You be like, oh hell the fuck.
okay.
No. You be like, oh
Now,
hell no. Now he holding it right. He's holding the head that you cut off. Now that's some
right now
scary
you
shit.
know. Yeah, that would have been scary. Y'all could have ended it like that, like dude. Okay,
That actually isn't bad right there.
what you
So
was about to say?
so now it was a very, very long, slow motion scene after that, right? Because they basically say, okay, he's dead. But they went through a very, very long, slow motion scene of them putting him on the car and dragging him to a grinder, like a wood chipper. You know what I'm saying? And again, this scene was not that great. It was sucked. At first I thought like maybe they were gonna burn him because I felt like that would have been more dramatic because you already were slowing the scene down. So I'm like maybe if you would have burnt him and then showed like a slow burn of him, I thought that would have been good. But that's not what happened. They fucking slowed it down, waste all that time to just drag Michael to a wood chipper or a grinder, and they just threw his body in there, and his body just got grinded up, and that was it. And that was it.
Hmm.
That was pretty much it after
That
that.
was the end.
And then it was a whole little scene with them, I said fire would have been better because of the long effects. Like the
Yeah,
effects at the end were so man, y'all
it
could have
would
did
have matched more.
him.
It would have matched more now because they got like the whole. It seemed like they got like the whole neighborhood and everyone to come together to see this smashing of Michael Myers. So I see how
Yeah,
they were
go
trying to
ahead
do
and because
that.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. But going because this ending, I don't okay, the ending wasn't that great. Yeah,
I'm already mad that the ending basically made the movie.
I'm true. And that's not good. And I was into it because I knew what was going on, but the climax and the effect just didn't cut out. I'll be right back to give y'all my rating because I'm gonna give y'all my rating very soon. But give us a little more though, what you think about it though, especially
Oh
compared
yeah.
to other ones.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the ending, they had like the whole neighborhood come together, and that's when they threw him into the grinder, and it made it like a sentimental moment because everybody seeing him, everybody seeing it, but it was like oh so rushed, the rush part because so the whole neighborhood just got together that quick in slow motion, mind you. This just happened. He just died. Come outside now, everybody together, riding up to the place where he's gonna get grinded, and they threw the body in there. Yes, he got grinded. I wouldn't say it's the worst way to make sure some monster is dead. I wouldn't say that, but I do agree a burning scene would have made more sense, and it would have been even better because now you got the dust. You have him burned to dust, then it's a wrap. It's a wrap. If you see him again, that's got to be a ghost, a demon ghost or something, because we just seen you get burnt to put. So I do think that would have worked. But yes, I just don't. The whole movie honestly was thrown to the end, and as I watched the movie, I kept thinking like, oh, something happened. It's gonna turn some way. But after about 30 minutes in, and it wasn't doing it yet, it was still about this and that. And I'm like, okay, it seems like it's gonna be one of those type of movies. But then as it went on and they actually did show Michael, I'm like, okay, if y'all gonna show Michael, then basically we're gonna see the whole Michael and Lori situation. And I had a feeling it'll be at the end. That's what they did. They like crushed a whole bunch until the end, and that's what they did. Like crushed
Mhm.
everything that made sense until the end. Like the whole movie, I would have just watched the last 30 minutes of the movie. I'll advise that.
I was
Just
just
watch
watching
the
the
last
last
30
30
minutes.
minutes of that shit. What's up, Red
Yeah.
Red? He said, when did this chat start? We going on about an hour now. He said, by the way, this movie had more comedic parts than actual horror parts. True, it's like they tried to make it funny and goofy,
Hmm.
but it really wasn't to me, man. And if I want to watch a Michael Myers movie, I want it to be more like a real horror, not all this weird, goofy stuff that makes no
Right.
sense. These
And
weird
I don't
characters
like
that have no meaning or no purpose or
no
soul.
meaning. Just like I was saying about the bullies. I'm like, this man is about 21 years old. Why do he look like he have high school bullies? This not making any sense.
That
He's
was
not
so.
in high
The
school.
bullies weren't even that intimidating. The bullies
Right.
were not that intimidating at all. I felt like you was just killing motherfuckers. They weren't
Just
even
like that other,
that bad.
just like Lori's granddaughter. She didn't seem like she was in high school or anything. Both of them seemed like they were about 21. Why y'all got them running around with jockey jackets and things like there? That part didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I agree. So it's time to do the rating,
Oh, I'm
y'all.
ready for the rating. I think we went in on every detail. I think we did.
Yeah, we didn't like it's a lot more to the movie. So if y'all want to check it out, check it out. I mean, just know you may not be that entertained by it. When I first seen the movie, that's what shocked me, right? Because you could see the ratings, right? And when I first looked, I was like, damn, I'm like, why are these ratings so low? Because most people were giving it like 40, 50, 40%, 50%.
Hmm.
So I'm like, what? So I watch, but you know me, I'm not biased. I'll give y'all my honest opinion. So I'm like, let me watch it. Let me see what it's about. And boy, I figured out
What
in
was
less
going on real quick?
than 30 minutes into the movie, I figured out why people didn't like it that much. And I agree with these people. This movie is not that good. But I'm gonna give y'all my score. But Dre, go ahead, give us your final score on this movie from 1 to 10.
Okay. Okay. So the overall movie right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, I say I will give this movie from 1 to 10. I really will push it a little bit lower, but I'm trying to lean to decent. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
I'm
Okay.
giving it a 4 out of 10. Yes. Again, they literally tried to crush in a lot at the ending, and that's why I think that people compare this to number three. Because honestly, even if I didn't like it, the movie stayed on the same path. You see Michael, you see him doing what he do, you see the family, you see Laura, you see all this going on. And if you don't see exactly like the family, you see something connecting, kind of like they did with like H2O. Oh no, no, like with Resurrection, it wasn't like Lori and stuff like that, but it was more of the college kids at the place. It still had wrapped around with Michael. I feel like this was the most distant with the whole Michael story since Halloween 3.
I agree. Yeah, it's super distant. And I feel you on that 4 out of 10. And me, like, again, the movie, some of the CGI parts weren't that great. A lot of the kills weren't that great. It was lacking kills until the end. It didn't make a lot of sense. The main characters sucked. All the other characters really sucked. Playing the music did not help. Y'all crammed too much at the end after mixing too much in the beginning that really did not work. I'm watching the
It
whole
wasn't needed.
movie and I was really more irritated by any damn thing until like the fucking end. And then once the end came, I still was upset. But the end honestly was the best part of the movie, even though it's still watered down compared to a lot of other older Halloween movies. Again, the main fake killer, he was just so fucking horrible. The daughter was acting
Yes.
crazy.
What the
Jamie
hell?
Lee was barely in the fucking movie. They could have did way more with her, but they didn't barely do anything until the damn end. The last scene fight was not that good, and how y'all killed them off in the end wasn't that good either compared to other movies. I'm gonna give this movie a 3 out of 10.
A 3.
A 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking 3.5. I'm like, I'll just give it the 4. But hey, oh shoot, you
Yeah,
right next to me with that. Hold up, you
the
right
real
next
one.
to me with
Yeah,
that.
what's up, the real one? He said, bro, roasted. Man, like I like Halloween, I really do, and it's some other ones I enjoy a lot better though. It's
I
a
agree
lot of the
though.
older ones I kind of like better than this. We'll
I
go back
mean,
and watch
shoot,
Halloween Kills. I guess I'll
we
because
gotta watch Halloween Kills.
that yet. So
We gotta watch that one because even the remake they did in 2000s, it was reachy, but it wasn't terrible. And then they made a number two. Now that one I thought was kind of on the bad side, but that was better than this because come on,
yeah,
what
all
the
right,
heck?
all
And
right,
then
y'all.
what really got me real quick was how they act like Lori wasn't really worried about Michael until the end. That's when she act like she was gonna kill herself and do that again. The end was
Granddaughter, right?
everything.
Granddaughter, right? She didn't want to listen. She ain't want to listen to what this woman was trying to tell her. and she had to find out the hard way. And man, that's
Yeah.
crazy how she made it through that whole movie without really getting fucked with. That's kind of crazy too. And then you helped in the
Yeah.
killing. Okay, at the
That
end.
don't really make sense. If anything, that movie should have been spent on, if we're gonna go with typical Halloween movies, with Michael trying to actually get the granddaughter, right?
And
Not her dating the Michael imposter.
I agree. The
What?
real Wolf said, "I'd rather see him work with Jason." Me too. I'd rather see him work with Jason too.
Yes.
Just like Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus
I
Jason.
find Freddy versus Jason way
That's
better
one of my
than this
favorite scary
movie.
movies. That's one of my
I'm not
favorite.
even gonna lie to y'all. Go watch Freddy versus Jason before you watch this. If
And
you
it
want to
actually
watch
scared me.
I still think y'all should watch it though. I know I gave it a
Yeah, just
3
watch
out of
it.
10, but the only reason why I say watch it is because it's such an iconic Halloween film. It's still and it's new. It's new. It's iconic, and I still think y'all should see it to see where it's going. But
Especially if they call it Halloween End. Like you gotta make sure you done watch
even
Halloween
though it's a
End.
3.10, I still think just see it just so you can
Just
see
check
what
it
I'm talking
out.
about. But just know I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
really enjoy it that much though. Just
And
know that.
if you get bored with it, just skip to the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, if you really
Just
get
skip to the
tired of
last
this
30
movie
minutes.
and you start being like, this is boring, yeah, just skip to
That's all you
the
gotta
last
do.
30, 40 minutes and just go with that then. That's a good way to go with it. Yeah. So,
And you'll be
all right,
right.
then. Thank y'all for everybody that came in, talked and
Thank
whatnot.
you.
Thanks, Fred, for coming through. We're going to try to make some more of these. I might actually put more polls up for movie reviews. I'm going to try to aim for Halloween Kills, but we can also
Oh
do
yeah.
other ones that come to my mind or new stuff that pops up on maybe Peacock or something like that. We're going to get
All
it done
day.
within this hour, man. Thank y'all for watching. And more stuff to come. You know what I'm saying? Many new things and more stuff to come. But anything else you want to say before we get out of here tonight, though?
Thanks for watching. We gave y'all our review on Halloween Ends, and we still have to catch up on Halloween Kills. And when we do, maybe we can review that. We'll see. But thanks for being here as always, and happy Halloween, huh? That's about it. Have a good one. I'm finna head on out of here. Thanks for having me, Money. Peace.
Peace out. Peace
Peace.
out.
Be safe, y'all. Take care and just be careful. Watch your back and have a good one.
You said be careful.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm going to go ahead and end this playing a little bit of my funny stuff. A little bit of my funny stuff. But thank y'all for coming through. What's up, Jordy? Jordy said, Brandy, Dread, Nubian Queen. What's going on, man? Thank y'all for coming through. I hope y'all enjoyed this little review we did. Again, I'll try to get some more stuff, just like the food channel. I'll probably put some votes up, let y'all decide. And we will see you guys later. He don't care. Talking shit in his underwear. It will always be Ryan. He's not here. He don't care. Say anything in his underwear. What up, what up, what up? Shouts out to the chat. Okay. Oh, shit. He never seen the battle in the stars. Hey. He cut his fame off for a screen where he's joining. And he saw could make this hard. His name's so hard. Oh, indeed. Turning in the street yard. Up in the street yard. You don't care. Mr. Gozy, I got you, Mr. Gozy. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Give me 1 second, Mr. Don't fight like you don't care. You know it's be right.
You don't care who you are. You wanna leave a new mark. You wanna replace Brian.
Alright, replace Brian. You replace the man. He don't say anything. He'll get it in your screen, cause it will always be Brian. You replace Brian. Never see him again. Never see him again.
And he always be Brian.
He don't care. Talk shit in your underwear.
Oh,